Okay, part two of the Master Smols, Another Man's Treasure. Let us rock.
So you guys are now standing at the foot of this tower. The rock it's sitting on is large. You don't have to skirt very carefully around the base of the tower or anything like that. There's a lot of ground space. So you don't have to worry about anything like that unless you're really, really trying to fall off the edge. You're not going to. So you have no worry about that. And just like the bridge, it seems very firmly set in place. It's not bobbing up and down that you can tell. It's almost like it was still attached to the ground, but it's not. So what do you do?
What's the main doorway in looking like?
The main doorway in, you can tell there used to be a fairly sturdy oak door by the splinters that have fallen to the side and I would say gone for the weather of time, but weather isn't really a thing that happens here except for pleasant sunshine. But yeah, you can tell there used to be a door there, but the door is very much bashed in and broken. There's still splinters and such around, but otherwise the stonework, outside from showing some crowbar marks around various points, is just a big archway.
Snarks slap his hands together, causing the palms to light up as he activates his little lightning weapons, or whatever the things are called. For the point of notice, Snark basically keeps his arm in scout mode, because he discovered tank mode is not worth it. And he slowly enters with hands raised, ready to attack it through the doorway.
Okay? You walk in the doorway and you're met with, well, it surprisingly looks exactly as big on the inside as it does from the outside. You're not met with any illusions or anything like that that would make this place appear to be like huge ballroom sized. It is still a sizable tower room, about maybe 100, maybe about, I would say about 30, 40 meters across, 100, about 100 feet across.
Either this mate has some very low standards, or he casts illusions to make his bigger tower on his inside and his outside to look like a normal tower on the inside as well as the outside.
I don't know, but let's just start looking around and watch our steps since there's supposed to be two other groups roaming around in here.
Okay. You give me a perception check, everybody.
Okay.
That would be a 15.
21 for
21.
me.
19.
Okay. What you see obvious signs everywhere that people have definitely rampaged through this place. You can tell that anything truly valuable has been long since gone.
Is there any like knickknacks or tchotchkes that are not valuable laying around?
You can there are a few there's a big writing desk here and you haven't looked upstairs yet. But there's a writing desk with just a bunch of assorted. Well, you can tell they've gone through all the drawers and such, but they haven't really taken anything that would be purchasable by, say, anyone walking into a general goods shop. They've basically just looked for, like, enchanted inks or anything like that, and all of that is absconded with, but just the general writing supplies are still there.
Magpie scoops those up because that was something he asked for. Quills, writing supplies, that sort of thing.
Okay, so are you going through all the drawers in the desk when you do this?
Yes.
Okay. So what you come up with is that the drawers in the desk, when you pull those out, those look much bigger on the inside than they do on the outside.
Found the illusion.
Bloody wizards.
Technically, oh, give me an Arcana check.
I mean, technically, Magpie has a +3 to it, but I doubt she'd know anything at all. So, yeah, an 11. She's just like illusion, I guess.
Anybody else want to give an Arcana check?
Snark will give an Arcana check. It's actually good with this. Where is it? There we go. That is 17 plus 7.
Damn.
That's a lot. It's
24.
24.
24.
Okay, good. I was hoping one of you would get that.
Not I had a 21.
Now you
No, you
needed a
can-
23 or above to spot this little trick.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, when you pull out the drawers, what you definitely see they are like deep pocket drawers. You could almost... Snark would probably be kind of impressed that these drawers are effectively drawers of holding. Built into the desk itself. So the outside of the drawer doesn't look any different, but once you pull it out, it holds a bunch of stuff.
You can basically hear Snark just giggling behind his helm.
And Snark probably realizes if they can get away with it, the holding spell, the drawer of holding, is actually attached to the drawers itself and not the desk.
Can we jam these drawers into a bag of holding?
Oh no!
No, you can't.
Oh! And I just remembered why that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, just as everybody out there know, you try to cram one extra dimensional space into another,
We kiss our
you're
asses
not going to
goodbye.
have a fun time.
Has someone got a non-magical sack?
Sleeping bag.
That'll do.
Either that or we can find some bed sheets somewhere.
I have a question, but I feel like Raven would be the only one who'd be able to answer it. Hang on a sec.
Well, you can ask the question.
Yeah.
Well, you see, Raven knows something you guys don't, but
Ah, okay.
would
Ah.
Okasan's hat count as an extra dimensional space?
I'm pretty sure it would, noting what it can do.
Considering it's your arcane focus. No.
It's my arcane focus, but it's also my redacted.
Oh, fucking hell. Yes, it would.
Okay, good to know. So I will not be stuffing those drawers into Okasan's hat.
That's good, because I don't think you all want to end up on another plane right now.
Would be a Henderson.
You would all end up on the astral plane if you tried that, by the way. Just going to throw that out there.
Well, Magpie has like a bedroll or sleeping bag, basically, from her starting equipment that she just never uses. So I figured that'd be the best bet.
So at this point, Snark is basically putting out all the drawers and throwing them into any container that's been offered up.
And yeah, when you pull out those drawers, no matter which way you turn them, the gravity is always at the bottom of the drawer.
Oh,
Hell of a trick.
and a note. When Snark pulls up the first one, he goes, "Hey, check this out." He sticks his arm into it, right down to the shoulder.
So unfortunately, you can't just turn the drawer upside down and shake out all the quills and inks and scrolls that are in there, but you can keep scooping them out, and you will get almost an uncountable number of quills, ink bottles, and scrolls out of the two drawers.
Why don't we use the drawers to carry the rest of the stuff we want to give to our client? Because I'm pretty sure he'd love having these.
Well, we can stuff the drawers into your sleeping bag. Anything more, we can stuff that into the drawers, back it into your sleeping bag, and this is getting complex. So let's just say yes.
Almost as complex as having a pocket of your armor in your armor.
So there's nothing else in this room?
In this room, no, but there are other floors to look through.
Yuki has managed to render Snack silent for a moment while he's thinking it over.
Yeah, literally,
Are-
this room was almost bare, just completely picked bare. They didn't touch any of the boring tapestries on the walls. The windows are all shattered out, and the curtains hanging around them were all ruined. The rugs might have been worth something, but so many people walked over them and lifted them up to look under them, and they effectively shredded the things in the process. It is kind of a minor miracle that no one came in and saw these drawers, but they, you haven't exactly had the highest class of people coming in here until now.
Snack is going to give each and every one of these tapestries a good poke.
They're basic, boring tapestries, just kind of depicting woodland scenes.
He nabs them and sticks them into his bag of holding. Or at least one of them, depending how big they are.
It's about the size. It's about the size of a ceiling to floor tapestry hanging from near the ceiling.
Snack can never remember.
And it's about a foot and a half meter wide.
Snack's problem he can never really remember pictures of the details. It's just that he can't really remember how much space a bag of holding has, so he only just takes the one. He just pulls it down, bolts it up, and jams it into the bag.
You
Other than
Magpie.
that, nothing of note is down here. You can tell this was where the guy spent most of his time writing and studying, but all his books are long gone too.
Are there any other doors to any other rooms on this floor, or just...
There's a staircase leading up. This room takes up the entire first floor of the tower.
Okay.
There
so
is a
just...
staircase leading up, though.
Well, we found something slightly better than just quills and ink. So onwards and upwards, I guess.
Literally.
Ascend.
Okay, you guys going up the stairs?
They're going up the stairs.
Okasan is going to peck at the stairs first before going up.
Probably a good idea in an illusionist tower, ironically.
That you peck the stairs and the stairs don't respond.
I'm on to you, Dracula stairs.
Fair, they could be up to something.
Or down with something.
Okasan does the Belmont strut up the stairs.
Suddenly you see him in a 2-frame walking animation.
I think Okasan broke again.
So, everybody make me a perception check once you reach the top of the stairs.
That is an 8. I'm too busy being the Belmont.
No, not 20.
17.
Hey, Magpie.
I got an 8. Magpie's too distracted by Okasan walking weird and trying to fix him.
Yuki hears shuffling from up above.
Oh, I just heard somebody. Or something.
You hear
Oh.
you hear it, and you're pretty sure it's on the floor above you.
I think it's up above us.
Oh, great.
And you did. What's your what's your modifier with that 20?
It would be a +4.
Okay. You also hear something from outside.
I think I also heard something outside.
What a horrible night to have a curse.
You think it could be them, the two groups?
Maybe.
No, it's not
Or
that.
who to, or
Right.
anything else, depending on this dream.
This is not a dream, and we're not lucky enough for these two groups who are taking each other out.
Come back your notes.
Apparently, Surratt's notes cast evasion.
Something like that, yeah.
They too know expeditious retreat.
So, you get up, you hear the sounds. Do you take a look around here, or do you go investigate the sounds?
Hmm.
I will look around here first, because. But that's just me.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are this floor is basically divided into two halves. You have a it's not a small hallway. You can probably walk at least two people side by side easily enough down it. But basically two large rooms, one door on each side of this hallway.
So, how do we handle this? One room at a time, or split up and search both?
We handle one room at a time, and time like this, splitting the party is a bad idea.
Fair enough. Which door first?
That's the one pick. I'm not going to make all your choices for you.
Okasan needs to use the bathroom.
Intelligence roll.
For Okasan to use the
For
bathroom?
Okasan to pick the right door.
Well
Okay.
then, that was a 4.
You promptly walk back downstairs. And do not see the bathroom.
Magpie follows him to keep him safe.
No, you see, Okasan is attempting to turn into El Pudding Diablo.
Yeah,
Out
but
of-
you've got to find
yeah.
the bathroom first.
Okasan! You're not even in the right direction!
I mean, this
The bath-
place is an illusion. Maybe the bathroom is downstairs and we didn't see it.
You know what hurts? You're probably right.
Anything could happen in a dream.
Or in an illusionist tower, which is basically a dream that you're awake in.
Does
Magpie-
anybody else want to give an intelligence roll to determine which door might be the bathroom?
I'll give it a try. 13! Slightly better!
Slightly better, but you can clearly see that the door on the west side of this place is clearly marked bathroom.
Okasan, the bathroom's over here! She's like pointing to the door.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blam! Buenos dias, everybody.
How the hell did that happen?
I have heard that you are on an adventure, and I have come to render aid.
Yeah, we're basically looking for some random stuff for a client.
Okay, question. Does he have the taco hat on too?
Yes.
Where did you get that taco hat?
The Flaming Burro was gracious enough to sponsor the orphanage that El Pudding Diablo fights for.
There's a metallic clang as Snark face palms.
She's starting to get suspicions, but she doesn't know.
Well, it is a character power that if you do not see him change, you do not know.
She's allowed to get a little suspicious at least.
I just want to have it. Just want to go with the thing that Snark knew that these two idiots were the same one from the time he actually had the misfortune of having him in his party, as opposed to, oh god, there's two of them.
Well,
No,
let's-
Snark has now canonically walked in on Okasan changing in the bathroom. I am ruling this canon.
meanwhile,
But now
Magpie.
there's three who know.
Meanwhile, Magpie decides to just go into the bathroom because might as well search in there, right?
I assume Okasan changes and you all walk back into the bathroom after he gets out.
Yeah.
So what you see here is pretty much a repeat of what you saw downstairs. Except this is a bathroom, so there's a lot less trinkets that would have been ripped from the walls or anything like that. You do see several towels. You see a funny little bath mat.
Anyone want to
And a shower curtain around a bathtub. That, there's a sink and there's a toilet there, but both of those have long since gone dry since no one's actually used them and all the water's evaporated out.
Does it still have the toilet seat?
Yes, it does.
Yuki takes the toilet seat.
Fair enough.
Snark pokes everything that isn't nailed down, and if it doesn't respond, into the bag of holding it goes.
The bath mat squeaks.
He steps away from it and aims his repulsors at it.
All it did was squeak.
He is not.
Magpie.
He's not touching the back mat, but he's grabbing everything else.
Magpie pokes the bath mat again.
It squeaks again, like a rubber duck.
Pudding Diablo lifts up the bath mat.
Hi.
It gives a long... Have you ever seen the Duck Army video where they push down on all those little rubber chickens and release it?
Uh-huh.
It makes that sound.
I'm taking this. Magpie shoves it into her bag of holding. Snark, I think we can use this to prank Shift Ross.
If you wanted to start, that's on your head.
But other than that, you're just gaining another bunch of sundries.
Is there any cabinets or is the bathroom mirror openable or anything like that?
Oh, there's a cabinet and it's full of toothpaste and such. Things you would find in a medicine cabinet back home. That's what you find in there.
Gather it up.
Are there Flintstone vitamins?
No. And if they were, they'd have long since rotted by now.
I watch Ashens. That doesn't mean people wouldn't buy them.
I know this, but... But yeah, otherwise than that, this is just a standard run-of-the-mill bathroom.
I'm guessing we took the shower curtain too.
Oh, Snark definitely took that.
Was there anything in the tub?
A ring.
A ring of dirt or an actual ring you put
A
on
ring
your
of dirt.
Oh, okay.
Is the toilet big enough to jump into?
No.
So it's not a warp pipe, more than likely.
No,
we're not-
it is not.
We're not sure.
I mean, it's also dry.
El Pudding Diablo hops into the toilet.
El
what?
Pudin Diablo is now just standing in a toilet. With no toilet seat.
What are you doing, you idiotic feather brain?
I don't know. Why are you in the toilet, El Pudding Diablo?
I am seeing if this goes to a special bonus treasure room. It does not.
Snark
I would've-
pushes down the flush.
There's no response. There is no water in the toilet, so
He can hope.
It-
He can hope.
you hear the sound of the little flap rise and fall when you release, but that's about it.
So I think we emptied out this room. Let's check out the other room.
Do you all leave this room and check out the other room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to make sure the client helps us out.
So you go in there, and this appears to be a bedroom.
I know what I must do. Yuki jumps on the bed for dominance.
You know what? Magpie joins her. Screw it.
Let's see here. Ooh. Unfortunately, the bed has been fairly ransacked. The mattresses and stuff are still on it, but with the weight of 2 people, the bed just kind of collapses.
We dominated it.
Woo!
You broke his bed.
Well, he ain't using
You-
it anymore.
They established dominance is the important thing.
Yes, I did.
So you two have never heard the tale of the deathbed that eats.
No, we haven't. Do you mean Phantasmagoria?
No,
there-
there's an
there's-
actual movie called The Deathbed, the bed that eats.
yeah.
So, in this room, now with a very broken bed, that is a very sad-looking headboard that is now collapsed against the wall. You notice that there's not a lot in here. There are a couple of closets that have been thoroughly pilfered through. There's the broken bed. There is a light. There's basically a light stand type thing, which used to have a magical rock in it, from what you can tell, that would provide light, but that has long since been picked clean.
That stand might be worth something. Just put a new rock in it.
And I need to roll something here. That's 2, 3, 4. Okay. Give me a perception check now.
Okay.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Okay.
You're all in the room.
19.
El Pudin Diablo got a 1. The dice are trying to kill me today.
You were
Oh.
fine earlier.
El Pudding Diablo is annoying snack that must. He only got a 6.
23, so I guess Yuki and Magpie while jumping on the bed.
Magpie, specifically in this case.
Oh, shit.
When the bed broke, you noticed that a floorboard, which, when you walked in here, it looked exactly like an ordinary floorboard. You noticed that one floorboard shifted.
Hang on a minute. Yuki, I think us jumping on the bed was a good idea. She goes
It's
and
always
starts...
a good idea.
Well, true, it's always fun, but I think in this case it may have showed us something. Magpie goes to lift up the floorboard.
Okay, how many did I write down? I wrote down something about this. I gotta find it. There it is. What you find... Ooh, good number. What you find are very tightly sealed scrolls. You find 16 of them down there.
I think I found a secret stash of something. She motions to everyone to come look at what she found.
And yeah, when you broke the bed, the leg of it basically kicked this floorboard, and you saw it move. That's how you saw it, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, grab them and let's go.
Woo! More treasures!
Yeah, she's putting them in the drawer probably, so we can give it to the client.
You notice that these are not fresh scrolls. These have been written on. That's all you can tell at the moment, though.
Our client's gonna be real happy.
At least without actually opening them up, that's all you can tell. They've been fully written on.
Yeah, she's not opening them. Magpie's not magically inclined.
Does anyone else want to take a look at them?
I can.
Okay, you open it up. Give me
Snap.
an Arcana check.
While Yuki's
Okay.
doing this, Snark is stepping back away from Yuki.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, you can tell that this is a spell scroll. And I actually have to bring up this list, don't I? I didn't actually expect you to find this cache. So I didn't have this ready. I should have, but I didn't.
Me or Yuki to go, let's jump on the bed!
And you can tell it is a scroll of the spell Fairy Fire.
Ooh, fairy fire scrolls.
Oh god, our client's gonna be flipping when he sees this.
And you can also tell that all the, they're not all the same.
So there may be other spells on there.
And with that, give me another perception check, everybody.
Give me a sec, my cat is in the way.
That is a 6.
23.
23 as well.
The shuffling around you heard upstairs, you now hear it descending the stairs up there.
Uh-oh.
Think they heard us?
And you also hear someone moving around on the ground floor.
Double uh-oh.
Magpie quickly shoves those scrolls into her bag of holding, as many as she can. And is there any place shadowy in that room?
I mean, the room itself is not that well lit. It is a bedroom, so it was kind of meant to be kept a little dark. There is a window that's providing some light, but it's not a very big one, and you can tell there used to be a blackout curtain in front of it, effectively.
Is there a wardrobe of some kind in here?
Yes, there's one of the wardrobes and cabinets actually contains like a bunch of old robes and such that people went through looking for anything, and they pulled out anything that looked like it might have had magical thread or sigils entombed in it. So now you've just got basic bathrobes and stuff in it.
Which
We
will
got
probably...
a hiding spot.
Will we all fit in there is the question.
Well, some of us can use invisibility.
The wardrobe would probably hold 2 of you.
Snark, Ogasan, get in the closet.
The cabinet probably
pudding
wouldn't
there.
hold any of
Or
you.
pudding.
And you definitely can't hide under the bed. And you realize that you made enough racket breaking the bed that they definitely know you're here.
There is suddenly a potted plant in front of El Purin Diablo.
You're stealing gimmicks now, are you?
Somewhere Crandall is very upset.
Yes. He will know about this somehow.
His El Purin Diablo senses are tingling.
Maybe he'll bust in and beat them up for us. I'll take it.
We've reached the point where Okasan is so batshit crazy, it is like recursively bending reality around it.
Okay, so who's hiding? Who's doing what?
Magpie casts Pass Without a Trace to help with the hiding, because it does increase your stealth checks by +10. And since El Pudding Diablo is behind a potted plant, she'll try to fit into the wardrobe with either Snark or Yuki.
Snark is
Yuki.
Snark,
Go ahead.
Sorry. Snark pulls
Go
out you.
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 Boop.
Hey!
Snark pulls out a box from his bag of holding. It is one of the items he can create. It is a little box that plays back recorded sounds. For some reason, he recorded a conversation he had with Snorri and Tiny, where he was on a similar mission to this. Is there a window in the room?
Yes. I think
Yeah,
Trot
it's just
mentioned-
a simple. It's just a simple. It wouldn't be an open window normally, but people broke it out a long time ago and ripped down the curtain in front of it. It's not a big window. It's about maybe 2/3 of a meter or 2 feet tall.
He is going to set the box outside the window, if there's room for it, set it off so it sounds like him and his party having the usual argument about this, that, or other, as a distraction, and then he's going to hide behind the door the way it opens.
So there's nowhere to set it down outside the window. The window, you kind of look out and it's just kind of like a sheer drop. It's like a hole carved into the side of the wall, is all it is.
He just jams it into the corner of the window and then sets it off and then hides.
Okay. You're hiding off to the side of the door?
Yep.
Keep in mind there is no actual door left to this place, quote unquote.
He's hiding in the corner nearest the door.
Okay. So who is actually in the? Is it Yuki and Magpie in the wardrobe?
I know Magpie's in the wardrobe. I don't know about Yuki.
Yuki is going to grab one of the discarded blankets from the bed, throw it over El Pudding Diablo, and then use disguise to make herself look like a bear rug and go on the floor.
Okay. So let me roll up my things. Everybody make a stealth check. And remember, you have a +10 thanks to Pass Without Trace.
Also,
Okay.
thanks to using the infiltrator armor, I get a dampening field bonus where I have advantage on my stealth rolls.
I took advantage with the boots, but I got another nat 20 on my stealth check.
I mean, I got an 18, but with the +10, obviously that's way more.
I like 34.
Yeah, with all of the bonuses added, El Pudding Diablo is at 27.
I too am on
Okay.
27.
And now make me a perception check.
I think Magpie should have disadvantage because she's in the closet.
No disadvantage here.
I got a
19.
21 then.
9.
Okay,
23.
everybody except Okasan so far.
Well, they'll put in Diablo, but yeah.
What did Snark get?
23, I think you said.
23.
Okay, I didn't hear it. Sorry about that. Everybody but El Pudding Diablo hears muttered whispering coming from a few feet outside the door now. And you can hear them, you can hear someone just kind of hushed whispering orders to have people on the left and right of the door. A second later, I guess Yuki, only one person's actually in the wardrobe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just Magpie.
Yeah. So, okay, El Pudding Diablo can't see anything because he's in a blanket. Snark can see this, and Yuki can see this.
Mhm.
You see two people quickly lean into the door and just fire off a pair of short bows towards the box that's making sound. One of them solidly connects and sends the thing into the abyss outside, basically. Sends it hurtling towards the ground, hopefully. Maybe you can retrieve it later. The other one just kind of hits the wall beside it. And then they just kind of start... You don't see them pull back immediately, but you do see them just kind of looking around, looking for whatever was making noise in here. So right now, everybody roll initiative.
$16.
11.
$16.
Also, out of the closet, really, Raven.
Yes, really.
Let me double check those.
You know, I keep forgetting I have disguise self too, but I figured closet would be funnier.
You disguise yourself as a chair.
Okay, that would get way too freaking awkward because I know what would happen.
Okay, from inside the wardrobe, you hear them shoot these. You hear them shoot their short bows off. Basically, you hear the twang and the collisions with the side of the wall. And Magpie gets to be first to react, and I will ask, between El Pudin Diablo and Yuki, do either of you have a preference for going first?
You let him go first.
Okay.
Question. Can they hear or even have any inkling that somebody is in the wardrobe?
They don't know. Right now, you don't know what they know.
Okay.
You just know well, you don't even know really what happened. You just know they came in and shot a couple of short. You just know they shot something. You heard the clang as the arrow hit the metal.
Yeah, so she knows people are in there and they're hostile.
That's about all you know.
Is there like a crack in the wardrobe she can peek through, or is it like just solid shut?
It would not be solid shut regardless because it's somewhat broken through the years of people trying to find things in it.
So there's a crack that she can peek through without
Yep.
fully open. So she'll peek through the crack to see what she sees.
You see you see two heads basically popped in.
Do they notice she's
just-
looking at? Do
They're
they notice
just kind
her?
of scanning the room, looking for anything moving.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action because let's not start trouble if we don't need to.
Okay? So you see the one on the left pull another arrow out and just kind of start scanning the room for targets. You see the one on the right doing the exact same thing. And then you hear someone from outside kind of shuffle closer to the door. And now it is El Pudin Diablo's turn.
Let's see here. Now I could do the smart thing.
What action were you actually holding?
Probably either a spell action or an attack action.
You gotta pick.
I guess spell action, casting Hex on them, because I have Fey Touch now.
On what's the trigger?
If they start an actual fight, that's when Magpie will cast Hex on them to deal with saving throws and the like.
Okay. So now, El Pudin Diablo.
Now we could be all nice and stealthy and things.
Is El Pudin Diablo.
But that's not El Pudin Diablo's style. So he is going to jump out and at one of the ones who is readying their bow. Time to unleash the old 1-2.
Okay, so 3 things need to happen now.
Mhm.
First, they are going to get their held actions off. One is going to shoot you 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. So as soon as you pop out, the two guys next to the side of the door, both of them unleash their arrows at you. One of them goes just a bit too high because they were expecting someone taller. The other one actually managed to hit you and do 5 points of damage. And now you have an arrow sticking out of. Let's just say it's not destroying you or anything, but it is kind of sticking out of your chest now.
I thought you were gonna say out of his butt.
You know, adventure's been going. I wouldn't have been shocked.
There's an arrow
Well,
in your butt.
he jumped straight towards him. That would be one hell of a trick shot.
Bounces off the wall, lands in butt.
Again, the way this adventure's been going.
Okay, and since you've seen that, Magpie, you can unleash Hex now.
Hex on the one who got Okusan in the chest.
What do I need to roll?
Hex is more of a curse. What exactly does it do? You place a curse on the creature you see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to target whenever you hit with an attack. Also choose one ability when you cast a spell. The target has disadvantage on the ability checks when it's made with that chosen ability. I am picking Dexterity.
You are picking Dexterity on the one that hit Okasan or the one that didn't?
One that hit Okusan, because,
Okay.
he hit her friend.
And so that's just a disadvantage Dex roll, or?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Anytime
And
a Dex...
And there's no saving throw for Hex, is there?
No, there
Nope.
isn't.
Okay. Okay.
It's basically like Hunter's Mark ramped up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh.
So those are the held actions going off, so now it's El Pudin Diablo's turn.
Alrighty, so first attack. And basically the way this is going to look, for those of you who are familiar with Street Fighter, this is basically going to be Ken's Shoryu Rippa. So, first attack. Nat 20.
Okay, so that is a crit, so roll double your damage dice here.
Roll twice or just do it once and double it?
You can do it once and double it.
Okay.
Or you can roll twice, it's your choice.
Okay, so that was an 8, so 16 plus 5 is 21.
And were you attacking the one that actually shot you, or were you attacking the other one?
I'm gonna say the other one, not for any particular reason. So that was first attack.
Okay.
Second attack, ooh, that is a 16.
That still connects.
Okay, and that does 10 damage.
Okay, and is on the same target?
Yep.
So you basically go in, your fist connects solidly with his jaw, your second hit connects solidly with the solar plexus. Don't ask me how, you just hit him that hard. And he basically launches against the wall and falls unconscious.
Alright, and now with the old one too, that means I get 2 more attacks using my bonus action on the other one. That is a 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And that does 6 damage.
Okay.
And for the final attack, that is a 14.
That does not connect.
Damn, because that was going to be the fiery one.
Okay. And that was your action and your bonus action.
Yep.
Are you moving away from it, or are you staying right there in the door?
I mean, my movement was running up to the guy and then doing the Shore You Rippa, so
Well,
that is my turn.
The room isn't that big, so you would have movement left over.
I'll hop back a little bit.
Okay. You realize he does get a reaction shot out of you.
Okay.
If you're moving out of his threatened range.
You know what? I'll just stay right up in his grill.
Okay. And with that turn, it is now Yuki's turn.
Okay. So since he's really close, I'm assuming, to her, she's still rug.
You're a good 15 feet away or so from the door.
Okay. Well, I got a speed of 30 feet, so... I think I'll take one action to get closer to him.
Oh, movement is not an action.
Oh, it isn't? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Movement is its own little category. You can move 30 feet wherever you want during your turn and still do your action and your bonus action.
Okay. So in that case, I'll move closer to him, and then I'm gonna bite his leg.
Okay.
And I just got not 20.
So that's you have a bite attack. So yes, you can have your choice of either just rolling your damage dice and doubling it, or rolling twice your damage dice.
Okay. Well, mine's a d6 plus 3, so...
So you'd roll the 6 twice and then add 3 to it.
Okay. Okay, both rolled a 4.
So that's 8, 11 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. You drew quite a bit of blood and seemed to hit something kind of important there because he screamed when you clamped down.
Oh.
A scene from Star Trek comes to mind.
Yuki go nom.
Yuki went nom. Yuki still has bonus action left.
Oh, right. Bonus action. Let me think here. Hey, you know what? I'll pull out the Bandora and use Shillelagh.
You're going to cast Shillelagh on what?
Do I smack him in the head then?
Well,
Shillelagh enchants a weapon.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
It basically turns a stick into a bigger beating stick.
Okay.
The choice of druids everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I guess I'll just use the last one to cast Bardic Inspiration to El Pudding Diablo.
Okay. And there aren't any special rules with your Bardic Inspiration, are there?
It's just a D8, I think.
Okay. Because I know Shifrost has the whole range of things that can happen with his. I just can't remember if you did or not. Okay. With you two out of the way, you hear from the other side of the hall, you hear orders. Instead of being hushed whisper, you now hear shouts of, "Surround the door and start firing!" As one guy pops his head in real quick. And let's see, roll die 4. And he's going to shoot straight at the one that came up and just punched his friend unconscious. And miss badly. He loads the arrow, knocks it, and fires it straight into the ceiling above you. Snark!
I am going to lightning launch the person who just poked his head in and attacked.
Okay.
It is a ranged attack. And oh god. Critical failure. Natural 1.
Help! You managed to shoot where he shot the arrow. A few chunks of stone rain down on top of El Pudin Diablo, but do no actual harm. That's your action. Do you have bonus action or anything like that you want to do?
It might make I get away with casting a cantrip as a bonus action.
If the cantrip has a casting time of a bonus action, yes. That is how you cast 2 spells in 1 turn.
In that case, I just gulp and can do nothing else.
Okay. So what you hear from the other side is... You hear more shouting. You hear shoutings like, "We need to retreat! We need to retreat! You idiots! Don't you dare!" You know, you hear some dissension among the ranks back there as one authoritative voice barks another order, and then another arrow flies out in the direction of... Goody, Oko-san again. And
want
that
chimpkin
is...
for dinner.
That is going to miss. I'm pretty sure a 15 doesn't hit.
It does not.
The attack before that was an 8.
Nice.
So now we go back to the top of the round. And Magpie.
Now, I'm guessing it's not possible for Magpie to aim her longbow out of the closet without opening the door.
No, but you can step out and aim your longbow.
That's what she's gonna have to do, and since it's not her first round, she only gets 2 attacks. So she kind of steps out. She has, like, you know, her face covered and all that, but she can still see, and she's aiming for the one that, you know, hit Oko-san still, because I think he's still standing.
He's standing and kind of clutching near his groin where Yuki bit him. Near his... She didn't bite his groin, she bit his leg, but it was kind of high up on the thigh.
So, Magpie aims her bow. She's aiming for a non-fatal area, I should point out. And fire 1. Nat 1.
That is going to go wide.
She shoots out the front door somehow.
You remember that scene in Robin Hood Men in Tights with the Patriot arrow?
Yeah.
It does that.
She aims again. Dice are trying to kill me in this fight. Okay, slightly better. An 18.
That connects.
That does 10 plus the d6, which I have to roll now.
No, you don't.
Oh, he's down?
He's down. The 10, you... How do you aim with an arrow non-fatally? I'm going to say that your arrow connected solidly with his helmet and didn't actually puncture, but did knock the guy smooth out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, aiming for his shoulder or his arm or something.
She pulled out the boxing glove arrow.
Something like that.
You know,
I mean, that is a legitimate green arrow, so...
To be fair, Green Arrow did use a fire extinguisher arrow on Etrigan and knocked him out, so...
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that was amazing, by the way, in that.
Yes, it was.
So, those are your actions. Do you have a bonus action you wish to do?
Are there any other of the minions in sight right now?
There is one more in sight. The others managed to duck back in.
Move the hex to that one.
Okay.
because the other guy's knocked out, so the hex moves to the next person. So hex is moved to him.
So
And-
that guy, since the hex is now moved to him, he pulls out his short sword and would try to take a swing at Okosan, El Pudding Diablo there, but he barely gets it clear and then steps back to the side of the door.
A trip?
So now the doorway is he basically tried to pull it out but fumbled too long with it getting it out and realized he just needed to duck and cover basically.
Like two rage fighters right there, like.
Yep. So it is now El Pudding Diablo's turn.
It is time to punch Swordy McSworderson.
Well, he ducked to the left behind the door.
El Pudding Diablo goes out the door in his general direction.
Okay. What you see out there, you're facing two guys in that direction, and there are another two guys behind you. One of the two guys behind you looks a little bit more authoritative than the others.
I'm going to punch the guy who looks like he's in charge.
You can't reach him from here.
Damn it.
He's a little bit down the hallway, but the three other guys are right there next to you.
How far down the hallway is he?
He's about 10 feet. And he has a heavy crossbow in his hand, too.
Do I want to do this? Or do I want to keep the two characters separate? Decisions. John Quincy Adams.
Oh no.
Heads, I do the thing. Tails, I punch one of these jerks close to me. Okay, El Pudding Diablo is going to punch one of these jerks close to him.
Okay.
So, first attack. That is a 15.
That hits.
And that does 12 damage.
You almost knocked the wind out of him with that one.
Second
He's
attack.
still standing, but...
Second attack is... that would be a 27.
Is it a nat 20?
No, it was a
Okay.
19.
Okay.
And that does another 12 damage.
Let me just make a con save real quick. Okay, you can tell he's about to fall over.
And I will burn another persona point to do the old one too. So next attack is, let's see here, 21, and that does 10 damage to him.
How do you want this chain to go, by the way?
Punch, back roundhouse kick.
Okay. You punch him, it staggers him backward. You punch him again, and you see him start to woozy. You roundhouse kick, and he does that fun little thing where his entire body snaps around, and he stands there for just a second before falling flat on his face.
And that brings me to my last attack on one of the other guys, which is going to be a flaming axe kick if it actually hits. So that is 15.
That does connect.
And that does 12 bludgeoning damage plus 3 fire damage.
He ain't happy. He is not happy with this turn of developments. And you see the leader just kind of start to look a little worried for himself now.
Gee,
Because the leader's going... Because just the thing, the leader has the lowest initiative out of everybody here. So you use your action and your bonus action, and now you're standing next to two dudes, and a little ways away from the third.
I'm gonna continue standing near the two dudes.
Are you going to relay what you see out there?
We have more enemies out here. There are 3 people, one of whom has a crossbow and looks weaselly.
And now it's Yuki's turn.
Oh boy. In that case, I guess I'll have her get close up to the door. Beforehand casting Bardic Inspiration on Snark.
Okay.
And then, how many guys are out there again? 3?
3.
Okay. In that case, shoots Magic Missile at the closest one.
Okay, that would be the one he's already been beating on.
Yep.
Okay, Magic Missile at level 1.
Level 1, it is 1d4.
It's 3 darts of 1d4 plus 1.
Okay.
So roll damage here.
Okay. Looks like it landed with the 3 up.
Okay, do you want to roll 3 times, or do you want to take that and just triple it effectively?
Yeah, just triple it.
Okay, so each dart does 4 damage. You see the 3 darts hit because they never miss. The great thing about Magic Missile, never misses. And they just kind of impact with the guy while he's still on fire a little bit. And you see him jerk backwards 3 times, and the last one kind of lifts him up, and he just kind of crumples into a heap on the floor.
Well,
And that would have been his turn, but now he would have immediately gone after you, but now he's kind of unconscious on the floor.
Okay, as long as he's
Snark.
unconscious.
It is now Snark's turn.
Snark peeks from the doorway, spies the leader, or who he believes to be the leader. Panels his shoulders raised up, and he too shall follow suit in casting Magic Missile. At level 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 rounds only do 2 damage each. Third
So
shot.
3 plus 3. Or you rolled 1s, or did you...
I rolled 1s.
Okay, so 2 plus 2.
And the final one for a total of 3 points. So I've done a total of 7 damage.
So 7 damage, okay. So the leader stands there kind of in shock as effectively Iron Man walks out of... Iron Man leans in, aims... I'm assuming you do this by kind of pointing your hand at him and the magic missile just kind of come out.
Yeah.
So he does that, magic missile just pop, 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 hit the guy 3 times. And now he looks like he's on the verge of running away.
And this Snark just sighs and really pulls out his light hammer and just waves it threateningly at him. Because there's nothing else he can do.
You see the other guy standing right there next to you after he took a shot at his leader. He tries to pull out his short sword and take a swipe at you because you just shot. That's probably going to miss, isn't it? 11 to hit, I don't think hits you, Snark.
Not at all.
So he pulls out his short sword, actually manages to clear it of its scabbard, and takes a swipe at you, but it just kind of it just kind of glances off a nice bit of metal you have on your arms. It doesn't actually penetrate or anything like that. And then he kind of sits there and reevaluates his life choices. And then you see the guy with the crossbow just kind of look at you, look down at the floor, look at his crossbow, look at you, and he just bolts.
Look at you, look at me, look at you, look at me, look at your crossbow, look at me, look at you, look at the floor. You just realised you made a bad choice. You're an idiot.
Mm-hmm. So, Magpie, your turn now.
Magpie steps out and peeks around. Her bow is drawn, and she's looking at both Shorty McSword dude and the leader who's bolting.
Yep.
And just before she does anything, she looks at the short sword, is like, "You may want to follow your boss." Just looking at him with the bow drawn, ready to fire. Just, dude, you know what to do. You look what we did.
And you can see he's terrified right now. He just watched this crazy bird, crazy fox, and crazy man in a metal suit just come out and obliterate his entire group. He's terrified. So are you doing anything else?
Depends on what is he gonna run off or?
Well, his turn comes much later.
Yeah, it's not his turn.
I will hold my action to see what he does, which will be an attack.
Okay. So that turns us to El Pudin Diablo.
Oh, El Pudin Diablo turns, looks at the leader who is running away, and he feels a strange power welling up within him. What a horrible night to have a curse. The first Eldritch Blast was an 8, so I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
The second one... The second one was a crit fail, so I'm assuming that El Pudin Diablo explodes.
No, we're not doing punishments for crit fails, so.
Okay.
What if he looks like what? No.
Yes, you explode. There's nothing left but a pile of feathers. Next,
And
no,
2 feet.
we're not doing that.
But
So was that all you do?
he turns and looks back at Sorty McSorterson. Buenos dias. That is my turn.
Okay, Yuki?
Again, another bardic inspiration, but this time towards Magpie. And I think since I haven't done this one in a while, she's gonna pull out her bag of tricks.
Oh no.
And that one I have to roll a d8, looks like. See what I get out of this one. Oh, finally, something different. I pull out Sir Stripes the 3, the giant badger.
Oh no. Honey Badger don't care.
Honey Badger in enclosed space. We're doomed.
And it comes out and it's like.
Go get him, Sir Stripes the 3rd.
Do you just send the badger to run off in the direction of the leader?
Yep, just charge.
Okay, let me look up the 5e. I need to see how fast this thing can move. It can only move 20 feet, so it's not going to catch the guy to full run.
No, but it's at least gonna scare him.
Yeah, it'll do that, so it runs. Okay. Which brings us back to Snark.
Going to finish off the guy that's remaining. Still with that, going back to his lightning launchers. First shot. That's a plus hit of. What is it? Yeah. That is 11 to hit.
That misses.
Second attack. Well, that's a natural 1.
So your lightning just kind of crackles around the guy, and it makes him kind of wince and all that.
Oh, you dumbass loser. I'm a fucking genius. As you can tell by the suit of armour. I am sparing you on purpose. Piss off, never come back. Or else I will not miss next time.
And he just kind of nods, and is at the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
He takes off at a dead sprint following his leader. You're effectively out of combat now.
Woo!
That works. Well, I think we found at least one of the groups our client warned us about.
And shortly, well, we'll save that for a second.
Mhm.
You've now kind of looted all the non-magical things that most people would consider trash out of here, along with a good bounty of low-level spell scrolls and a couple of magical drawers. No idea how people missed those before, but hey, there you go.
Well, we got two options. Go upstairs and look around more, or head out and give the client our good shit.
Also, would this be a good time to...
Yeah, this might be a good breaking part for this.
Yeah,
Depending on what you guys do, I'm going to say.
Okay.
Because one thing's going to happen before we close.
Okay.
The clients wanted us to loot this place, and we still got other still upstairs to loot. By this point, he's got his visor flipped up, and he's just wiping his brow.
Okay. So do you guys go upstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yuki calls back her badger, and yeah, we go upstairs.
And you hear the badger as it gets closer.
That's a good Sir Striper, Sir the third.
So you head upstairs, and this is the top floor of the tower. You can tell, and it looks like this might have been kind of an observatory. But the telescope, that if it was there, is long since gone.
Dang it.
Yeah, they took that. That's valuable. He had a fancy telescope, we'll just say. It was actually kind of enchanted to see a little deeper into space than most telescopes would. But, as you guys are up there milling around, an arrow with a scroll attached to it lands in the middle of the floor. Just thunk.
Okay, who's reading that?
Yoink!
I cast explosive runes this morning.
Remember, you couldn't get magical effects through the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it say?
Who's reading it?
Me.
Okay. You open up the scroll and it says, "Hey, thanks for doing all the heavy lifting for us. Now, if you don't mind, could you drop off all the stuff you grabbed in that tower at a spot marked on this little map we included here? Or we're going to hunt down the little birdie that told you about this and have ourselves a little barbecue. Be there by dawn tomorrow, or your friend Sorbo won't be able to give you whatever he promised, or do much of anything else. We look forward to the delivery of all the magical loot you found in there."
What an unexpected twist!
think we're going bandit hunting tomorrow.
I have a better idea.
Let's hear it.
We have a few items of holding. It shouldn't be that hard to rig up a little trap to send them to the astral realm, shall we?
Snark, this is why you're our resident genius.
Yes, I am.
Granted, you also upgraded my bow to something awesome, so that was a given, but let's just say let's reiterate that.
And with that, we can bring this section to a close.
So it's part 3. Later, folks.
Bye.
Bye.